Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Life with Ty. This is episode 22, Quarter Life Crisis. Let's get started.
Die on the line. You've got Die on the Line on your podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Die on the Line.
So this week I actually have two spotlights. So the first one is Shay Mitchell from Pretty Little Liars and the Netflix series You. She's pregnant. I was so shocked when I seen this because I thought she was gay because in most of her, well, at least from Pretty Little Liars and from Netflix, she portrayed as a lesbian. So I thought she was gay this whole time, but apparently not. She's had a secret lover of 2 years and they are expecting a baby, and her maternity pictures are so bomb. She is so beautiful. So I just wanted to go ahead and shed a spotlight on that and go girl. Now, speaking of pregnancy, I do want to go ahead and shed a spotlight on another story. I don't know if you guys have heard, but the story of Marshae Jones from Birmingham, Alabama. So basically what happened was that she got into a physical altercation with another young lady called Ebony Jemison. Ebony is 23 and Marshae is, I want to say 29. Let me double check. I think that they said 29. But what happened was that she got into an altercation with this girl. And Marshae is 27. So she got into an altercation with this girl over their, father of the child. And Marshae was pregnant. And what happened was that Ebony pulled out a gun on Marshae and shot her in the stomach, which resulted in her having a miscarriage. And she's been charged with manslaughter for the death of the fetus. Now, and also on top of that, the charges against Ebony, which is the one who shot her, has been dismissed. Now, I just want to shed spotlight on this story because I think it's just so crazy. They say that from reading the article, the judge says that, Miss Jones was the one who initiated the fight and she instigated it and she put her child in danger by continuing the fight. And Ebony was just defending herself. I just want to, for a second, do you guys see anything wrong with this picture? There is so many things wrong. First of all, she shoots her in the stomach. How is that not premeditated? Well, I guess it's not premeditated because she didn't plan it prior. But the fact that she shot her in the stomach, it's like you intentionally meant to hurt the baby. Intentionally. And thank God she didn't pass away from this and she was able to survive. But now she's been charged with manslaughter and maybe facing prison time. This is just this. I don't even know what to say about this. I just don't even know. I can't even wrap my head around this story, and I'm going to continue to follow it to see, what exactly happens and if she does get sentenced and sent to jail for this. But this is really, really out of hand. And Alabama, y'all need to do better. Y'all really need to do better. And also, there was also a story of a kid, a baby, who was found in a trash bag. A newborn baby found in a trash bag. You guys think that you're doing something so amazing by putting on these heavy abortion laws and these strict regulations. And look at what's going on. We're I want to say, maybe a month or two into this, and look at what's happening. And I'm just, I'm done ranting, but we got to do better. We really do just have to do better. This is really starting to get out of hand. This world is starting to get out of hand, and I just simply cannot take it. Darling, fetch me my teacup. Tea time. This week I had ginger tea and I made homemade ginger tea. What you do is just boil the ginger for 20 minutes. I did 20 minutes because ginger is very strong. So boiling it longer it makes the taste not as strong. So it makes it less strong. The benefits of ginger tea: it reduces inflammation, it helps relieve period cramps, it builds your immune system, and it relieves stress. I added a lot of honey because, like I said, ginger is very spicy, but it does help with your cramps, and it definitely does feel good. It's not the best tasting tea, but it's definitely good for the benefits. So I definitely add that. If you're having any period cramps and want something natural, you don't want to necessarily take any Aleve or Tylenol or ibuprofen, I would suggest some ginger tea. It really does help. Now, let's get started on the topic quarter life crisis. So we're 6 months left into the year. Which means for me, because my birthday is in January, which I like. I like the fact that my birthday is in January because I feel like it's a fresh start and it's a new year. Like, I feel like I get a 2-in-1 package, and this year I'm gonna be 25. Well, not this year, next year. Sorry. Next year, I'm going to be 25, and I feel like what I'm going through is called a quarter life crisis, which is a real thing. Now, a quarter life crisis it involves anxiety over the direction and quality of one's life, which is commonly experienced in a period ranging a person's 20s up until their mid 30s, but can start as early as 18. So I feel like I'm going through this, and I'm thinking about, okay, Ty, you're going to be 25 next year. Like, that's 5 years to 30. So basically you're going to be 30 next year. So what are we doing? And how do I feel? Like, what have I accomplished so far? We are at the halfway mark, and I'm thinking about all of the things that I've accomplished so far. Launching the podcast, finishing school, starting my master's. I've met so many different people with the podcast. I've helped a lot of people, I feel like. And what are some other things that I've done? I've stepped out of my comfort zone. I have definitely stepped into I'm not going to say a different version of me, but an updated version of me. I can definitely say that. And I'm nervous for 25 though, because you know how you feel, especially during this time. It's like you feel like you're old enough to where you should have your shit together, but then you feel like you're still young. So it's like, it's okay that your shit is not together. I'm very much at that point where it's like, okay, I need to have my shit together. Like, what am I doing? What have I done? What have I accomplished in these 24 years? And as I sit back and I think about who I am and who I was. And I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for all of the things that I have experienced. I'm really thankful for all of the people that I've met, the relationships that I've created, the relationships that didn't necessarily work out. And I just want to be better. One thing that I have realized or noticed about myself a lot, especially in these last couple of months, is how much appreciation I have for privacy. We live in a day and age where everything is on social media. Everybody is sharing everything. We're posting constantly. We're letting people know what we're doing, where we're at on a daily basis. And although I do enjoy Instagram, I do, it does make me laugh, and I love seeing other people do great things. I feel like it can be very toxic sometimes because you are only seeing what people are posting, and for you it kind of makes you feel like, damn, what am I doing? And I have to realize that I've been really turned off by social media. Honestly, if it wasn't for the podcast, I feel like I wouldn't even have an Instagram at this point, because there is so much more to life. That's one. And I think privacy is very important in life, because another thing, nobody's posting their failures. They're only posting the good moments and the good times, and it's a picture. So you only see it for a moment, or a 30-second video. And now we got up to 5-minute videos where you're only seeing the good things. You're not seeing the bad things. You're not seeing the damage that they may be causing, or the insecurities within themselves, or the things that they deal with on a daily basis. You're not seeing those parts of it. And I think that it's important to have a personality outside of social media. And what I say by that is have a personality outside of social media is that I've met people who are what you call quote unquote Instagram famous, and then in person they're really shitty. Like, they're not funny, they don't talk, they're super awkward. It's like they don't know how to have human interaction. because they're so used to being behind a screen or typing, or it just makes me feel like we're like living in a day and age of robots, and it's scary, So I just kind of, I have come to appreciate my privacy. I have come to appreciate being alone. I have come to appreciate, not necessarily being on social media as much, or posting every 5 seconds of every minute of every day what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, where I'm at, and all of those things. And I think those things are important. I think that it's important to have a personality outside of social media, have a personality outside of an app. Have a real life personality and experience real life things. One of my biggest pet peeves is being out with someone and then they're constantly on their phone. Like, I can't do it. I feel like if we are going out or if we're doing something, you should be able to put your phone aside and engage in the moment, have a conversation, talk to people. I think that it's so important. And another thing is, try to stay away from your phone, especially with those people who sleep with their phones next to them. Like, that's a big no-no. Put your phone on the counter, on the dresser, put it away from you, because there's so many health risks that come with sleeping with your phone next to you over time that you don't even catch on to. And I think that that's important, to also detach from your phone, not have to feel like you need it every second and every minute of every day. If you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is go to your phone or reach for your phone, then you are definitely addicted. I have definitely decided every morning, instead of reaching for my phone, the first thing that I do is pray. I thank God for waking me up in the morning. I thank God for the things that I have learned and experienced for that day or the day prior. And I pray that He continues to watch over my friends and families and bless them in the best way that suits their situations. And I also pray for strength and energy, because Lord knows I be tired. I be tired. I pray for strength and energy to get me through the day. Oh, and patience. I pray for a lot of patience, because I noticed that as I'm getting older, my patience and tolerance level has started to decline. I very much can't entertain bullshit at this point. I cannot. I cannot. I learned I enjoy being alone. I've already said that. But then I think about, okay, Ty, what's your 5-year goals? And I think 5-year goals are important just so that you have some sort of direction of where you want to be. And I don't think that it has to be super strict, like, okay, by 26, I need to do this, or 27, I need to do that, or 28. No, I just think that it needs to be, okay, within the next 5 years, I want to accomplish these main things. For me, in the next 5 years, I want to definitely pay off my car, which is going to happen within this year. I'm definitely working hard on that. Buying a home and being debt free. And what I mean debt free is not having my car payments, not having any student loan payments, not having any major payments aside from my house. Like, those are my 5-year goals. And I think that they're very obtainable. Anything that you put your mind to, you definitely can do it. You just have to have discipline, patience, and know that you can. And those are big things that I have to remind myself, because I have been very impatient with life. I'm not going to lie. I've been very impatient with everything that is going on, and just kind of feel like, golly, when is it going to happen? I keep waiting for it to happen, and not that I necessarily know what it is, but it's like something to happen to make me feel happy, or make me feel like, okay, I've accomplished something, or make me feel like, okay, I'm doing something. And the more and more I realize that I'm waiting for it to happen, that I have to notice that it starts with me. Whatever it is not going to make me happy. It's going to make me temporarily happy for that moment, but then I'll be constantly searching for whatever that next it is. So I've started to learn and to understand that I have to be thankful for where I am, for the things that I've learned. I have to trust the journey, trust the process. And I'm saying these things to you, and I'm saying them to myself as well, because we get caught up in where we want to be so much that we don't take a moment and take time to step back and say, okay, I've been here. I've been here. I've been there. I've been here. Look how far I have come. And I feel like I've come pretty far in my years. Definitely have come pretty far in my years. And this is going to be July 1st. This episode is coming out July 1st. So this is the first month. I'm sorry, the first day of a new month. I feel like June just literally ran through the door. Like, I feel like it was June 1st. I opened my eyes and now it's going to be July 1st. Like, I can't even believe it. I have a week vacation between a new job and finishing an old job. And I decided to take this time to go on a little vacation to Orlando for a few days just to declutter, de-stress, to have fun, and to stay away from my phone. I'm looking into doing a silent retreat, which means that you go somewhere and you're basically silent for like 3 days. You don't utter one word, not one word comes out of your mouth. I think that would be pretty interesting. And I know a lot of people are like, how the hell would you be able to do that? But it's definitely possible because I've went 24 hours without saying anything. So I know I can go 3 days. I feel like if you can go 24, you can go three days. Like, that's possible. We're at the 24, almost 25 mark. And I think about a lot of people have been asking like, okay, so, are you going to have kids? Are you going to get married? I don't know. I really don't know. This world is so crazy. Like, I had a training for gun violence the other day for it was called active shooter training. And it was basically a training on what to do if there's an active shooter in the area. And we also did a human trafficking to recognize when, there's people there that may be human trafficked, be experiencing or be a part of that. And I just thought that this world is really, really crazy. I would have never imagined at some point that I would be doing training at my job for an active shooter. But it's just because shootings, at schools, malls, at churches, they are just becoming a common thing now. And we have to prepare ourselves and have plans and be fight or flight. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to bring a child into this madness. I don't know if I want to bring a child into all of these things that the world includes. I mean, there's 5-year-olds out here committing suicide because they're being bullied, like 5. And you think about, oh my goodness, just all of the things that are going on in this world, and it's really scary. So to say if I'm going to have a child, I really don't know. I really don't know. And I want to be like the white people, no offense. Like, I want to plan it to the T to where we're picking out days of ovulation and we're doing it these days because the baby's going to be born in this month. And I know that you can't plan every aspect of your life, but for that, I want to be able to plan it. I want to be able to sit down with my husband and plan it. And then I think about, okay, so let's say I do get married, right? Because I don't want to have a kid out of wedlock. Lord knows things happen, so let me not say I won't have, but I don't want to have. So let's say I get married. I want to get married at least after 5 years of knowing someone, at least. So if I'm going to get married at least 5 years after knowing someone, that means that I should have met that mofo yesterday. I should have met this person yesterday to get started on the 5 year. So then we get married, and then I think about, okay, well, I want to enjoy my life as a wife, as a married couple. I don't want to rush into having children right after marriage. So I'm like, okay, good 2 years of marriage. Now I'm at 32. And the risk of having a child increases at those ages. After 30, it gets a little bit harder. I mean, it's possible. Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. I don't got Janet money, so I guess I can't. I can't be sitting here thinking of Janet had a baby at 50, but she did. So now we're at 32. And then I want to have one. I don't know, how many my husband would want to have. So then that's another, okay, we're going to have one every year. Now I'm 35 with 3 kids. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay, yeah, we're not going to think that far. We're going to keep it in the 3 things that I have for my 5-year goal. And be excited for 25. I'm going to try my best to be excited for 25 and not think like, oh crap, now I'm getting old and now I have to hurry up and do this and hurry up and do that. That just to think that, thank God I've made it to 25. Thank God I'm almost a quarter century, and embrace that. I'm going to try my best to embrace it. I still look like I'm 18, so hey, that's a plus. That is definitely a plus. And I know that this episode sounds like I'm just talking, and it's really because I am just talking. Sometimes I don't have a direct message or a direct purpose for my episodes. Sometimes I just want to get on here and talk to y'all. So I hope that you're okay with that. Just trust the process. Trust the journey. Embrace it. Live through it. Not dwell in it, because dwell sounds sad, but what I mean is to embrace it. Take pictures, live in the moment, be present with your friends and your families, give the phone a break, step back from social media, engage with people, communicate, learn people, cherish the little things, go for a walk, go see the sunrise. I think it's so, 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 so important for us to cherish the little things, because the things that we take for granted, some people are praying for every day. And I think that it's important for us to sometimes just stop and be grateful for the moment, for the things, for the people in our lives, for the experiences, for the people who love us and support us and cherish us and root us on and constantly wants us to win. Just to be thankful for them and everything that comes with it. That's my message for this week. Be thankful, be grateful, and be in the moment. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you guys for listening to this podcast. If you are trying to figure out ways to support the podcast, what you can do is rate the podcast, follow, comment, subscribe, download on any platform that you are listening to this podcast on. Tell a friend, repost it on any platform that you are listening to the podcast. Use hashtag RealLifeWithTy. The more that you do that is the more ways that other people can also find the podcast and help us get out there. And as you guys know, if you have any questions, suggestions, or want to leave me any comments, feel free to DM me at RealLifeWithTy. That's also my Twitter and Instagram, or you can email me at reallifewithty@gmail.com. Holla!
You've got Ty on the line on her podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Ty on the line.